I left the UK with one goal, and that was to make money online. And
I'm just stood looking over my balcony, and I'm thinking about all those people, like the people I grew up with, the people that I've known in my life, that are just stuck. And that used to be me. 2 years ago, I nearly went to prison, and thankfully, I was spared from that. And I really changed my life since then. I ended up working a job knowing that it wasn't for me, and I wanted to travel, I wanted to see the world, and I ended up figuring it out. And for the last year, I've been able to travel, and I want to start sharing my story and actually just showcasing that anyone can do it. I come from a very small town. It's currently December. In England, it's probably snowing right now. Here, it's like over 30 degrees. Like, life's good, and anyone can do this. So I know if you're anything like me and you're watching a video like this, you've probably been stuck at some point in your life, feeling like you want more. You're probably watching all these people online traveling the world, 17-year-olds making 50 grand a month. And I'm not sitting here trying to tell you I make that type of money. I don't. But what I can tell you is my life is good. I've been able to travel, and I got into this by learning a remote high income skill where I don't just have to directly swap my time for money. So how I do this myself is called high ticket sales. Now, you probably follow influencers that you like. So think about some fitness people that you like. They probably sell some form of coaching. You probably follow some people that teach you how to make money online, some people that teach you how to build a brand. There's so many different industries, some people that teach you how to get better health. Now, all of these different business owners typically sell online coaching programs, and the business owner cannot handle the volume while still working on marketing, fulfillment, and everything else that is involved with the business. So they hire someone like me, who's called a high ticket closer or an appointment setter, which is how I started in the industry, to answer their leads and book sales calls and close the deals. And then you get paid a percentage of the revenue. It's super simple to learn. I learned it within a few months and managed to leave my job within like 3 months of starting. And I just want to show how my life actually looks. So before coming to Bolivia, I actually flew from Thailand to Guatemala, and me and my friend spent a month there, and it was at Lake Atlan, and it was beautiful. It was a major culture shock. They have a really indigenous Mayan community, and you see crazy things like this, like old ladies like bathing in the lake, washing their clothes. We saw a little bit too much of these old ladies. I wasn't trying. And honestly, the reality of like traveling the world and going to some of these places is they're really beautiful, but you really don't appreciate the infrastructure you have in countries like the US or the UK, where I'm from, for example. It was amazing. I loved it, but there was just missing some really good gyms, and I'd just come off the back of training Muay Thai in Thailand for the last few months. So like, I really wanted a good combat gym, and that's why I ended up in Santa Cruz, Bolivia. Now, I do just want to be super clear from speaking to some of the locals and meeting people here. I don't think this is the most accurate representation of this country. I think there is a lot of poverty here. It's just a fact. And I am in the wealthiest part of the whole country, as far as I'm aware. And I'm staying in the wealthiest area in the country, as far as I believe. I'll be honest, I feel safe here. I walk around. I don't watch my back. I don't feel sketchy. And like, coming from the UK, like, as a lot of you probably know, the UK is going downhill. Like, you don't have a level of safety. Like, I still think you have to be careful. You can't leave like a helmet on your motorbike or something. My kickboxing coach told me his got robbed recently. But yeah, let me show you how the city looks. So in this city, it depends what you want. Now, I like to relax and enjoy my weekends, and there are some really nice places to do that. You've got a lot of places with nice pools and saunas and spas. There is some places I've still yet to go as well that I've heard are really nice. And like, the quality of the meat here is amazing. They seem to have a lot of really nice meat. There's a lot of steak here, there's a lot of hamburgers, and you can also get all the other cuisines. I like to eat a lot of Asian food and pizzas, like Italian and things like that, and you can get it all. It's all very reasonably priced. Acai is definitely one of my favorites as well. So in this city as well, you will find a massive fitness culture. There's a lot of gyms, there's people doing arranged runs like 10Ks, marathons every weekend. There's a lot more places to relax that I still haven't been as well. There's mountains a couple of hours away, which I'm planning a trip to. There is like artificial lakes, which are like private beaches type thing that you can go to. One of my favorite experiences of being in Santa Cruz, Bolivia, and why I've chosen to stay here even longer, has been training at a UFC gym. I wanted a gym where I could really focus on my skills, and just, I find it fun. I'm not a natural fighter. It doesn't come natural to me, but I enjoy it and I see the progress. So yeah, like, my coach, Franco, has helped me a lot. I've been doing some private sessions with him, and they're really enjoyable. Like, this guy's an animal. So, Franco, tell me, how old was you when you started fighting?
Bueno, yo empecé a mis 20 años a manera recreativa, pero me gustó y bueno, me dediqué a competir.
What made you actually start fighting?
A mis hermanos, ellos entrenaban y quise seguir el camino de ellos. No fueron competidores, pero sí entrenaron y me gustó este deporte.
Okay. And since starting, what have you accomplished in kickboxing?
Bueno, he sido campeón departamental, campeón nacional 3 veces, campeón sudamericano, campeón bolivariano. He representado a Bolivia en Argentina, Ecuador, Paraguay, Perú, Brasil y la última en Japón. He peleado MMA, soy campeón de boxeo y campeón nacional también de Kung Fu.
Mucho loco.
Yes, very crazy.
How did you become a coach at the UFC gym?
Hicieron una entrevista a muchos entrenadores de acá de la ciudad de Santa Cruz porque iban a abrir un gimnasio con la franquicia de UFC y bueno, vinimos un grupo de maestros de acá de la ciudad y tuvimos un seminario y clasificamos y estamos acá dando las clases y bueno, contentos de estar acá en UFC Gym.
Crazy. So the UFC came straight to you.
Yeah.
What would you say to anyone that is interested in starting to fight?
Nada, que se animen a hacer este tipo de deportes que la verdad hoy en día son deportes necesarios para defenderse. Te ayudan mucho a practicar el autocontrol, la disciplina y a todos los que quieren empezar a pelear que se animen, que bueno, la vida es una y hay que tratar de hacer todo lo que les guste siempre y cuando teniendo mucho cuidado, así que nada, empiecen a entrenar y con todo. Yeah.
Franco.
Thank you, Max.
Gracias. And if anyone wants to find Franco's Instagram, maybe they want to do some classes in Santa Cruz, I will put it down below.
Yeah.
I will say the experiences you get from being in different parts of the world that don't even cost a lot of money are often your best ones. So training Muay Thai in Thailand when you're mixing with like lightweight champions of the whole country, and they're taking you for food by the river with the local Thai children, you're eating local food in the bamboo huts, like once in a lifetime opportunity for someone like me that comes in from a very small town and could never even dream of that experience a couple years ago. It was my top goal. And it's interesting when you actually set goals, how quickly they can just happen and it just becomes your norm and then you start chasing more. So like just connecting and meeting with people here. So Franco has been coaching me privately with kickboxing and I've been teaching him English, and like for me this is one of my most enjoyable experiences. I really look forward to it outside of the work because the work is good and hustle culture is great, but I don't want to get to 65 and look back and think, wow, I didn't get to see the world and still be struggling to live. Like that's how most people live in Western societies. They just work until they're 65 and they're slaves to the system, and it doesn't have to be like that at all, and I'm living proof that any normal person can do this. So about 2 years ago, I started off making money by appointment setting. I was booking the calls for someone called a closer. You call them a remote closer, which is now what I do, to take the actual sales call, and when they close the deal, you get paid a percentage. Now, appointment setters typically get paid between 4 to 8%, and closers get paid between anywhere from 8 to 15%. Typically around 10%. So, for example, earlier on today, I took a few calls, I closed one deal, I made $4,000. I took 3 calls. One of them wasn't qualified, and the other one I didn't close, and then the one qualified, well, one of the qualified ones I closed. So I just made like, what, a couple days work wage for a normal job in England, just from taking a few hours of calls. Now, it's not just that I do now. Since getting that skill set, I've met new people. I've met people that do other things, and I've learned that I can learn other skills. So I do things like email marketing. I help businesses with their email campaigns.
The reality of like living this nomad lifestyle, like, yeah, it's great, you can live anywhere in the world, but like, trust me, it's still hard work and there's always stuff to do. Like, it is currently 12:30 at night and I'm currently sat scheduling email to 9,500 people.
I help them with their sales process and managing the team, managing a community, and obviously I get paid a revenue share for that. Now, the beauty of that is I'm not swapping my time for money. I'm not charging £10, £15 an hour or dollars an hour. I'm charging a percentage of the revenue that I generate. So if If I bring that business in 20, 30, 40, 50, 100k a month, I take a percentage of that. And that's how I know people making 30, 40, 50, 100 grand a month doing this exact method. And anyone can learn these skills, but I do truly believe that just starting as an appointment setter and working your way up to a closer is the best skill that anyone can learn that is wanting to escape the 9 to 5 and build a life of freedom. So a lot of you are probably wondering as well, like South America, right? What's it like for the girls, the Latinas? It's amazing. In a place like this, you have to battle with the constant desire to explore your lust. Like, the girls here are unbelievable. They're beautiful, and there's not loads of foreigners here, so you are a bit exotic. And if you are looking for like your nightlife, it's not something I really take part in. I don't really drink alcohol anymore. I have been to this event called Parlana a couple of times, and without going into detail, for respect for my future wife, it's a good place to meet girls. They do it every Tuesday. They call it a language event, but it's really like a horny bar where people just want to hook up. Let's speak to a local and see what they think about gringos. We was wondering, what do you think about 50-50 relationships in your culture?
Bueno, opino que las relaciones 50-50 están bien, bueno, siempre y cuando estén en mutuo acuerdo. Es decir, si en la relación, antes de iniciar la relación, piensan que está bien y quedan en eso, me parece bien.
Okay. Then, in terms of if you're in a relationship, how do you feel like the roles should be divided in a household?
Los roles en un hogar, creo que la mujer puede ayudar tal vez con cosas de la casa. Normalmente eso es lo que hacen aquí, ¿no? Que las mujeres comparten más el rol de hacer la comida, como lavar la ropa, mantener la casa limpia, y el hombre es como que ayuda más en lo económico.
Okay. And then in Bolivia, what is the culture like for dating?
Bueno, normalmente la primera cita siempre la planea el hombre. El hombre es el que busca qué va a hacer, a dónde van a ir, qué van a comer. Y ya después, nada, solo siguen hablando y mensajeando y viéndose, normal.
Okay, and then final question, I guess, what do locals think about dating foreigners, and how does it compare between Latinas and Latinos?
Normalmente piensan que los extranjeros son un poco más introvertidos, un poco más callados. La mayoría piensa que no les gusta bailar o que son un poco más aburridos. Los latinos son un poco más fiesteros y más de diversión. En relación con lo otro, normalmente siempre piensan que los hombres latinos, o bueno, los hombres extranjeros vienen a buscar a las mujeres latinas.
Okay, muchas gracias.
So that conversation was a little bit different because best believe most of these girls ain't paying for anything, which is fine, but they also a lot of them don't know how to cook and don't like cleaning and don't think they should have those responsibilities. So I'm a little confused by this place so far. Like, what value do they bring?
If you're wondering about the cost of living, it's great. I mean, you can get really nice apartments. I mean, look at this balcony here. I'm spending like £500 a month on this. And I've got the rooftop pool, I've got a really nice bedroom and living room and workspace, and just opening my window up to this every morning and being able to stand on this balcony and soak the sun up. Like, I couldn't get anywhere close to this in England for this type of money. And to eat out, I will spend between maybe £5 to £10 a meal. You get really good quality meat, like I eat steak every day and eggs. Cost me a couple pounds for each steak every day, and it's really good quality. From what I hear, they really love like their organic meat and vegetables here. I don't know how true that is. I haven't exactly researched it too much. But like, you can live a really good, affordable life here. You can get things like massages for like half an hour for about £10-15, which coming from Thailand where you can get them for like half that price. I like to enjoy a massage. But yeah, like so far, I would really recommend this place if you're looking for an affordable destination where you can get good quality of life and a low cost of living, and still have access to all the luxuries in life that we all desire. If you are someone that is genuinely curious to see how a normal 25-year-old lad that doesn't have it all figured out still is unlocking his freedom day by day and living life on his own terms and not just being a slave to the system, drop me a sub. Watch my journey, and I'm going to start sharing more of my experiences with you to hopefully, if I can just change a few people's lives, then I will feel good. Peace out.